What is up, guys? I am Takes a Selfie, and I am here to showcase the first ever Megamaker mod. So basically, what this mod is, it is like a texture pack of the old Megamaker, and it adds some stuff from 9 and 10, and some other games. And, this is the first time that Megamaker has ever been modded, outside of, like, the main team, of course, so... I'll go ahead and leave a link to this. I'll leave a link to the forum where you can find a download, and I'll also just leave the download in the description as well. So, as I said, this is mainly just a reskin of some other stuff that we already know. It adds no new powers, as you can see. It adds no new music, sadly. At least from my knowledge, it doesn't. But it does add some new backgrounds. For example, what is it? This isn't the Megaman background, it's actually different. You can tell they're different if they have, if it's not the original one, so hopefully you remember which is which. So obviously this is the Megaman background, and although I won't be able to remember where all of these are from, I can still showcase them all. So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop a little block down here, just to highlight it. And this background looks really nice. Kind of generic. This one, by the way, if I do know where any of these are, I will point it out, but I won't remember all of them. This background is a little bit complex. I'm sure you can make it work with something. I'm just not particularly a fan of, like, these slashes. The design. Oil Man. Can't tell what that is. This is like a fortress. That's cool for ascending. It might get a little bit old, but, you know, whatever works. And that one seems unchanged. Let's see. This one's probably my favorite. This is the Nitro Man background from Megaman 10. And oh my gosh, isn't this amazing? I'd love to just have this in the background of all my stages in the real game. It's not animated, but damn does that look nice. So anyways, that's probably my favorite background so far. This is a Megaman background. Here's Galaxy Man from 9, I believe. That one's new. Couldn't tell you what this is from. Couldn't tell yet. Flash is the same. That's still there. It's still there, that's the same. Magnet is the same. Some of these portraits look a bit different, I think, than the originals, so it can be hard to tell. So I don't think any of that third one changed. None from here? Having a hard time telling, honestly. I think those ones are all the same. 5 has a couple of changes. Like, here is the Ball Man, Baseball Man, Strike Man. That's to say, Strike Man background. It's okay. I feel it's sort of a one-off deal, because this part up here wouldn't look very good if it was on a continual, like, horizontal path. But I think it's a fine background. I feel like if he added one that just had this, maybe with some clouds, it'd look a bit better so you can space these out a bit more, but it's fine. It's cool. Here's another rad one. Here is another one from Nitro Man, I believe. Oh man, these backgrounds are just so good. These remind me of the Magnet Man backgrounds. Like this one. It's just so nice to have. It looks really amazing. This one's new? Maybe. I don't like this one. No. No, not new. Not new? Let's see. This is like a palace. It's really cool because it also drops down. There's black down there. So if you wanted to change background, how does the background work with this? Oh, that could look kind of cool. With the black background. Still not too sure on this one. I'm sure there's another palette that combines well with the bottom part. Or you just cover up the bottom part and you don't get those black stripes. But I'm sure it works well with something. I'm just not entirely sure what yet. Yeah, that's that one. Here is Flint's Hornet Man background. It's really nice. I'm not sure how well it loops. I'm sure if you have other blocks mixed into it, it'll look a lot better. But at its current state, it just doesn't loop well. So that's cool. They didn't really change much. Oh no, they didn't change blocks. Never mind. I'm just being oblivious. So they changed some of these. Like here's the Concrete Man blocks. I want to say it's Concrete Man. And it does look pretty nice. In fact, I can just take it out here. Those ones are pretty cool. There's some Bomb Man, or replace for Bomb Man. Not too sure where these are from. They're pretty generic. I think the pipes look better. Like just these. Because you could have these up as like platforms. Not too sure. I'd probably still prefer another pipe platform. Some bubblegum blocks if you're looking for some sky candy. They're a bit too standing out. I'm not really sure what background I'd go with, but they're not bad. They aren't bad blocks. They're just kind of hard to use. Some Wily blocks from Megaman 9. These are the stages where they create the hologram blocks and you can fall through them or jump through them. They're pretty nice and I like having the option to throw in the green and the blue if you wish to do so. That's cool. Here is... I couldn't tell you what this one is. Sheepman! This is what it is. This is Sheepman's blocks. They're... the numbers move, right? Yeah, the numbers move, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of this, because you don't really have anything else that works with them, and so they just stand out a bit too much. Here is some, I couldn't even tell you. It looks like grass on top, so I guess if you want to go with like a forest aesthetic, you can try to use these. Maybe they're just a bit too maybe they just stand out a bit too much because they have like the metal part. There's some generic looking blocks, but they have a really cool color, so I feel like those are really splashable. By the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the actual main background back, because that background is hella tight, right? You agree. Yeah, but these ones are super splashable. These might be Pump Man? I'm not sure. They're splashable and I like them. They look good. Some more splashable tiles. Yeah, these have to be Pump Man. They look nice. You even have like these pipes that you can make for some cool aesthetics. Could be really nice. Yeah, I really like the looks of these ones. I would definitely use these in some level, even if it's just a sewer level, right? Rock tiles? No, I think these are hard tiles. That's all for that part. Rain is different? Maybe. Yeah, Rain Man styles are different. There's like glass panes. I couldn't tell you which one this is. I think it's Solar Man. And they probably look better if I wasn't in a nighttime scene. But they work. What else is there? These are Concrete Man blocks. These ones are pretty distinct. I'm not sure where you would ever use these. They're a bit hard to fit in. They're not bad blocks, but the art, the style of them, like when they're like this is a bit hard to look at, I guess. They stand out a lot. There are very bright colors. Not to mention the middle part doesn't have like, well, this lacks a lot of shading, so it stands out from the other blocks. Although the single lines are pretty cool. I have to admit that. Cool. What else? Oh, here is some Crystal Man blocks. Something that we probably need. Do these... No. Or is it Flash Man? I'm not too sure. These could be Flash Man or Crystal Man. And I wouldn't be too sure. Those look nice. They're pretty cool. I mean, even if you stack them like that, they look pretty nice. Maybe I would use these in a level. I'm not too sure. But if you design the aesthetic around this, I think it can turn out pretty well. Yeah, they just work well. They pair up in twos. Which is good. And these ones... the upside down skulls are a cool touch. Actually. And they work well. Because you can have the skulls and these pop out on the side. So it looks like a battery, I suppose. But these just go really well together. It just doesn't work out well when you break off the top part of the skull, in my opinion. Because then it just... I don't know. Maybe if you don't have any skulls popping up, it can look good. But if you just have a skull somewhere like that, I think it'd make the rest of them look a bit weird and out of place. These ones... Man, I wish I knew where these ones are from. Maybe they're from Jewel Man? There's some pretty cool scaffolding, but they stand out a bit too much for my personal taste. Yeah. Stand out a bit too much. These are... I don't even know what type of tiles these are. Look like Megaman 1 blocks, just with the new touch. There's some honeycombs for your bee needs. I wouldn't use them at all, like, period. I don't think they look well. I don't know, I'm just gonna leave that. I don't think they look well at all. Some more Darkman. Actually, these might have just been added in a new update and I haven't seen them enough yet. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, I think these blocks are too clunky to look good. They need a right background to support them too. What are these? Star Tiles? These might have been in there. These look really weird though, because if you stack them up like that, these almost sort of look like platforms you can jump on, like in Mario or something. Just my opinion. And the scaffolding doesn't really work because it's so close to each other. How are the lines? The lines are okay. They're fine. They're not my favorite. Because they don't have that impression of hitting the air. Like, they don't look good in just the air by themselves, right? Maybe if you have it in a 5 line like this, or a 3 line. I don't know, I just don't like them a lot. Charge tiles? Couldn't tell you what this one is, but that's actually unique. The line isn't good. That's actually unique. I kind of like that, but it has the same problems as the last one, in that they're spaced too closely. Like, I'm not too sure if I like that sort of... Well, I can show you one scenario where they'd be useful. If you're jumping on platforms, these are pretty good, like, standalone pillars, but they wouldn't look well. Because let's just say I was trying to make a stage, right? I had something like this. I don't think these would look as well as just that standing platform right there. Because those kind of suck. There's nothing you can do about it, sadly. Well, actually, you could go ahead and just as a demonstration, you go here, find some of your whatever tiles. Can't find any. Just shove some of these in, I guess. But you have to find the right one. I'm sure there's a tile. There used to be one. These ones can work well in here. But I do like that outside a lot. The outside works well with other things besides the rocks. And these pillars aren't bad by themselves. It will look nicely. By the way, I think we skipped a couple here. These ones are really weird. Maybe Glacier Man? Couldn't tell you. Jewel Man. These ones are pretty cool. The jewels, sadly, are only one tile. And because they don't combine well with other blocks, they're just like sort of unused. At least I don't really see a purpose for them. You can't really use them unless if you're using them like up here in the background, like the Jewel Man background. You just kind of shove them up in the. You just kind of shove them up in the air, right? Where you can't reach them, and then it could look okay, I guess. But I'm still not too sold on that one. Like, I like having this, but there's just no way to use it. That's my problem with that one. Alright, let's go back to 5, 6, 5. Megman? Or more Concrete Man? Couldn't tell ya. These look okay. That was the single one. The single one ones are a bit weird. They're just like blocks. Not a big fan of that one. These look like more Concrete Man. I just want to say Concrete Man for everything, but this could be like Pump Man. They look fine. Not great. They have no like flair to them. They're just sort of generic. Alright, go on to 6 more. This has to be like Glacier Man, right? Once again, the colors just stand out too much. Like, you have some white here, and then you have some really light colors here. With just like you complement it with a dark color that doesn't work well with it. Which is kind of a shame. Feel like it could be used somewhere, but not really. These ones look great, actually. And you have the pipes, too. The pipes look well by themselves. Let me just go downwards. I don't think these ones move downwards. Yeah, they don't really go downwards, but the pipes themselves look pretty cool. You can probably use that for a cool aesthetic somewhere. And the Dr. Light. Wait, what is it? Dr. Kosa. Oh yeah, he made a Dr. Light one, which is pretty cool. It is alternate colors. He changed some of the spikes. Couldn't really tell you. Because the spikes, I only use like 2 spikes, right? So some of these don't really stand out. Besides like the Blizzard spike. That one looks a bit weird. And then as for ladders, doesn't look like you got any new ladders either. And then as for enemy palettes, we only have 2 new enemy palettes. Well, 1 new enemy palette. I have to find it. Oh yeah, the tellies. Actually, yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens if we try both. And I'm just gonna go ahead and drop some platforms here. Drop Megaman right here. So, the tellies look pretty cool. They are using the Megaman 9 ones. They function as intended. I think that's pretty nice. It's a cool little thing to add in. Anyways, that's all this mod has to offer so far, but it's still really impressive and interesting, because now that we know that we can shove our own textures in, as well as music, into Megamaker, and eventually, I'd love to see a specialized texture pack, because the problem with this one is while there are some great block choices, it has to take out others, right? So I'm missing a couple. I like a lot of 3s, a lot of 5s, and I'm missing. Yeah, I'm just in general missing a couple of blocks that I would want to use for some of these backgrounds, and the backgrounds themselves, I don't think we're missing too much, but still, I want to see a specialized texture pack where I can have the blocks that work well together and blocks that I would prefer in one set, right? So if that became easily available, it'd be easy to just give it to someone and they can play your level through it. Honestly, I'd probably look into it if I wasn't so busy. But anyways, that's all for this first mod review, I guess you can say. I'm really excited to see where this will go. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment down below, subscribe, do the usual. Download link for this is in the description. You download it, and it's a separate file, so it's pretty much a Megamaker how you open it up normally, except it's just in a different file, and it does the same exact thing. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say, so ciao.